Alrighty, a little bit about the application. It is a two-part application. We have sent out the link and it is available on the website for you to click. Once you click, you will be taken to a NASPA-related form. It's pretty basic. We're looking for contact information, the name of your institution, the name of your senior leader who is going to be supporting your efforts. To be completely transparent, this is an opportunity for us to double check that you're an institutional member, that you're a professional member, and we have the information that we need. Pretty low key. Once you submit that, within 24 to 48 hours, but I'll tell you we're really fast at this, we will turn around a Part 2 application for you. That application comes in a Qualtrics survey. You may be familiar with Qualtrics. It's super intuitive. And what you're able to do in Qualtrics is work your way through the questions. There are forward and back arrows, so you can look through all the questions before you get started, gather your colleagues. We don't want this to be a laborious process. What we are looking for in the Part 2 application is some information about your campus demographics, what type of institution you are, how many first-generation students do you have, how are you defining your first-generation students, are you tracking their success in different ways. We then ask some questions about how you're programming for first-generation students. What does that look like on your campus? That might be TRIO programs, that might be homegrown initiatives, campus-wide efforts, things happening in your classrooms that we're just excited to learn about. We'll ask some questions like, do you have a first-generation office? Do you have a website for first-gen? Do you have publication materials? Is your campus leadership doing anything publicly to support first-generation success? And we want to learn about those things. The answer to, if you're answering some of those questions no, that's okay. We know that you're not going to have everything done, and we don't want you. We want you to be able to grow from these efforts. But just thinking through, don't let that discourage you in submitting an application. Toward the end of the application, we'll ask some questions about your commitment to the future. What are you hoping to accomplish in the next 3 to 5 years on your campus for First Gen? Do you have institutional support? Are you kind of still navigating that? Again, it's fine if you're still navigating that. We just want to see that you're thinking about the future. It also allows us to help start thinking about your goal setting. How can we help you make those things become a reality for you from that application through that annual reporting process? You will click submit on that, and I can walk you through this a little bit more. You'll click submit on that application, and that will come to us for review. Because our timeline is a little bit tighter than it will be in the future, we are hoping to have campuses notified by early April. In the future, this process will begin much earlier in the fall, so you have a little more travel time to plan. We understand that that's tough. We're just, as the center is growing and moving, we were trying to get this program open as fast as we could. As I mentioned before, you will click on the link. You'll come into Part 1 of the application. It will look like what you see here on the screen and have some fields below it. Lots of information for you to dig into here and some links if you have questions, but never hesitate to reach out to us. If you're struggling with an application, we're really good at responding. If you're struggling, you're having some issues. I will note that we have had a few people comment to us that they're having trouble accessing this application. We are putting some troubleshooting guidelines on our website right now, but one of the primary issues is if you are not using Firefox as your web browser. You might need to download it or upgrade it or do a refresh. If you are someone who uses the NASPA member website often, it could be that your login has been cached and you need to clear that out before going back in. But if you're having trouble with that, please let us know or keep an eye on our website for some additional information on how to troubleshoot that. If you're still having issues, please let us know. We're happy to walk through that with you. You'll also see that this is what the opening to the Qualtrics-based link looks like for Part 2. From here, you'll be able to, again, to navigate moving back and forth through the different questions. We really do encourage you to look through the questions, take them back to your committee, your team, your task force, whoever you have working around first-generation efforts, have their input, sit down, knock this thing out, and get it in. As you'll see on Friday, March 15th, at 11:59 p.m. Eastern is our deadline for navigating this. As we talked earlier, this recording will be online if you want to review it. You're welcome to contact us to follow up. If you happen to be viewing this before the next couple of days, I will be at the National Resource Center on the First Year Experience Conference over the next few days. Happy to engage with people there about First Forward. And then Dina and I will also be staffing an exhibit booth for the center at the NASPA Annual Conference. If you're joining us in LA, we are happy to have a conversation with you about your application and get it in before the deadline. So I'm happy to do those things to support your